Pot is hot. Legal marijuana is a booming industry. This closet recreational activity of hippies has gone mainstream. Indeed, the plant has many names: pot, weed, ganja, grass, stinky green. But whatever you call it, more and more investors are curious about marijuana's future and related investment opportunities. The industry has progressed to the point where the medical use of marijuana is gaining greater acceptance. Cannabis market growth has been impressive. New Frontier Data published a report that shows the legal cannabis market was worth an estimated $7.2 billion in 2016 and is projected to grow at a compound annual growth rate of 17%. Adult recreational sales are projected to jump from $2.6 billion in 2016 to $11.2 billion by 2020. That's data compiled from the few states that legalized recreational marijuana prior to 2016. Dispensaries in Colorado alone sold $1.3 billion of legal cannabis in 2016, up from $996 million the year before. Forbes reported that during the 2014-15 fiscal year, Colorado took in $70 million from weed taxes, twice as much revenue as the state earned from alcohol. 25 states and Washington, D.C. now have medical marijuana laws in place. Over the last 6 years, the number of Americans who support legalizing medical marijuana has risen from 70 to 90%, according to polls by Gallup. In addition to legalized medical use, 4 states, Alaska, Colorado, Oregon, and Washington, allow its citizens to use marijuana recreationally. The Trump administration has voiced some recent negative statements on the use of recreational cannabis. MassRoots, one of the leading technology platforms for the cannabis industry, commented on White House Press Secretary Sean Spicer's cannabis policy remarks. The confrontation between the federal and state governments in the U.S. will need to be closely monitored in the future. Venture capital firms are becoming more active in the industry. Founders Fund, co-founded by Peter Thiel, invested an undisclosed amount into Privateer Holdings last year, a private equity firm that focuses on marijuana. In addition, incubator Y Combinator selected 2 cannabis-related technology startups last year for seed rounds. Many investors have been getting high off the returns in the sector. Although highly risky and volatile, the publicly traded pot stock sector has posted some dramatic returns in the last few years in both the U.S. and Canadian markets. Tribeca Investment Partners, a boutique fund manager, used bets on marijuana companies to help generate a 145% return in 2016, the best of over 10,000 funds tracked by data provider Preqin. 22 percentage points of that, or nearly 20 million of its investment gains, was due to gains in marijuana stocks, such as Aurora Cannabis and Canopy Growth. The shares of these medical marijuana producers more than tripled last year. There are no signs of the sector slowing down, with strong momentum into 2017. Recently, Aqueous Pharmaceuticals announced a license rights to a cannabinoid transdermal patch to treat neurological disorders such as MS and epilepsy. This fusion of real science from the biotechnology sector could bring additional investment opportunities in the future. The Global BioTech Network will monitor the sector closely to provide you with future updates.